a major political commitment, but he did want me to relay the message to you that if he had been here, he would have been great. Meanwhile, the tariff of Nottingham, Donald Trump is making good on those tariffs he promised. Trump said that on his first day in office. He's planning to issue an executive order that would call for a 25% tax on all products that enter the country from Mexico and Canada and a 10% additional tariff on products from China. Everyone who knows anything about economics believes these tariffs to be a terrible idea. Some say this is the dumbest thing he's come up with since Don Jr. And poor Canada is like, what did we do? I mean, be honest, is this because of Drake? This is what happens when you say the word malarkey 3 times into a mirror. Those girls haven't slept a wink since that day. Graham POTUS was in Staten Island yesterday pretending to serve food at a friend's giving for the Coast Guard. And watch this. This is funny. You see, he just pockets a roll. And then he keeps taking little nibbles from it. Like a little kid. You can see, here he goes again. He's got another egregious abuse of power from the Biden crime family. Study showed that Trump voters are more likely to bring up the election than Kamala Harris voters, and that 36% of Trump voters are actually planning to bring it up at Thanksgiving dinner, which means now might be a good time to get that COVID you've been wanting all year. Fairly tricky. The good news is there are lots and lots of experts giving lots and lots of advice on how to handle a potentially controversial conversation at the dinner table.
Health officials have some tips on how to stop politics from ruining your holiday.
Set expectations before the gathering.
Decide which topics are off limits.
Leave politics at the door and focus on more healthy topics.
Stick to maybe topics that you all enjoy, or
encourage neutral topics.
I'm not really comfortable talking about this.
Prioritizing self-care, saying no when you feel you have to.
Practice not being so reactive to confrontation.
Don't take the bait.
Engage in some deep breathing or take a little bit of time.
If things get heated, experts say reach for a glass of ice water.
Maybe spending time with pets.
Reach out to a therapist.
We have to agree to disagree and pass the sweet potatoes.
Walk away and go put on a movie.
Exit gracefully.
You can certainly say, look, this is my house, my rules.
And November is also Diabetes Awareness Month.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving. Family coming together. Millions traveling across this beautiful country. Some conversations will be tough, but you're tough too. You may have been on the losing side of this election, but you are on the right side of history. We're still in this fight, and so are you. You may not feel thankful this year, but America is still here, and still a nation of enormous blessings. Yes, we'll have to fight for her, but she'll always be worth fighting for. It won't be easy, but America is stronger than him. Stronger than hate, bigger than one election. So this week, let's give thanks, and next week, let's give them hell.
In the United States, Trump has been putting the finishing touches on his cabinet and staff. He picked yet another Fox News correspondent. This one will be Surgeon General, as this is Dr. Jeanette Neshawat. She, I don't know why seeing the picture made me laugh, but this is interesting. The number of vasectomies in the United States has skyrocketed. Vasectomies were up 1,200% on November 6th. And that's the sign of a great incoming president, when people start getting all their health care in. Former Congressman Matt Gaetz will not be joining Team Trump, but he did. Pharmaceutical has some interesting things to say about illegal drugs.
I did very, very poorly in school until I started doing narcotics. Then I went to the top of my class. I couldn't sit still. I just wanted to get in the woods. And I was at the bottom of my class. I started doing heroin. I went to the top of my class.
Cameo and did an awesome job getting the message across. I couldn't be happier with the result. Us smart Americans love you, Matt Gaetz. Well, us love you too. I couldn't have said it better myself. It's hard to believe, less than 2 weeks ago, Matt Gaetz was a member of Congress. Now he's sitting around in his underwear making videos like this.
What's up, Chris? This is Matt Gaetz. I know you're bummed out. I'm not going to be taking out the garbage at the Department of Justice, but don't despair. We've got an awesome Attorney General coming in, Pam Bondi. And you know what? They can stop one of us, but they can't stop all of us. So
let's hope Matt's cameo goes better than his Venmo went, okay? And now, with Matt Gaetz gone, the top balloon on MAGA Mountain is Trump's pick to run the Department of Health and Human Services, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. Trump, you're proposing tariffs again because nothing says economic genius like making everyone pay more for everything. What's next? A toll booth in every driveway. You do realize tariffs are like trying to make soup by boiling your wallet, right?
Jimmy, my tariffs are tremendous. Everyone knows it. Even Canada is calling me saying, thank you, sir, for saving our maple syrup industry. And if it doesn't work, I'll just blame Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. They've been sabotaging trade since the Boston Tea Party.
Right, Donald. Blame Canada. That's classic. Meanwhile, your trade deals are so bad even monopoly players wouldn't sign them. You're the only guy who could turn free trade into a clearance rack disaster.
Look, Jimmy, my deals are perfect, okay? Elon Musk told me so. He said, sir, you're a trade genius. Obama never did tariffs this good. Obama wouldn't know a good deal if it hit him like a Michelle Obama workout routine.
Speaking of Elon Musk, is he your new campaign manager or just the guy funding your space station retirement plan? I mean, he's supporting you like a Tesla on autopilot, completely out of control.
Elon's a visionary, Jimmy. He sees the future just like me. Together, we're building a wall around bad trade deals. Kamala Harris doesn't get it. She's probably too busy with her tofu tariff policies.
Donald, tariffs aren't walls. They're more like potholes you're digging in the economy. You call it strategy. I call it a game of let's bankrupt America. Your motto should be making inflation great again.
Inflation? That's fake news. My tariffs are inflation-proof. In fact, they're beautiful. Tim Walz would never understand that. He's too busy crying over Minnesota snow or whatever liberals cry about these days.
Right, because nothing screams stability like blaming Minnesota snow. Maybe you could tariff snowflakes next literal and metaphorical ones. You'd have the most lucrative meltdown in history.
Snowflakes don't bother me, Jimmy. I melt them. That's why the Democrats are scared. They know I'm coming back stronger like a phoenix, or maybe like the Trump Tower with new golden tariffs on every floor.
You're more like a phoenix who flew too close to the sun and called it a conspiracy when he got burned. Honestly, Donald, your tariffs are like your hairstyles, confusing, unnecessary, and definitely not fooling anyone.
Jimmy, my hair is iconic, just like my tariffs. Even Justin Trudeau respects it. He called me last night, true story. He said, sir, your policies are legendary. And I told him, thank you, Justin, I know.
Sure, Justin called you, and I bet he thanked you for inventing maple syrup and hockey while you were at it. Donald, even Trudeau's socks have more economic credibility than your trade deals.
Jimmy, those socks are overrated, but my deals, they're the best. They'll bring back jobs, industries, maybe even dinosaurs. Kamala can't compete with that. She's probably still figuring out how to turn on a light bulb.
Dinosaurs? Makes sense considering your trade policies belong in the Jurassic era. You're the only guy who thinks economic progress means bringing back the Flintstones economy.
The Flintstones were winners, Jimmy, just like me. My tariffs are bedrock solid. And the Democrats, they're driving around in foot-powered cars trying to keep up.
Donald, you're not bringing back jobs, you're bringing back debt. Your tariffs are like those Trump steaks, overpriced, underwhelming, and a bad idea for anyone who buys into them.
Fake news. My tariffs are better than Trump steaks. They're Trump filet mignon. Obama could never cook up something this good. He'd probably burn water.
If tariffs are filet mignon, then your economic policies are a happy meal without the toy. People are paying more and getting less, but hey, at least they can say it's Trump-certified chaos.
Chaos is good sometimes, Jimmy. It's like art. Elon Musk told me, sir, chaos is the secret to innovation. That's why we're working together to tariff bad ideas like yours.
Donald, your tariffs are like overpriced gym memberships. You promised we'd get stronger, but all we're doing is paying more while sitting in the same spot, confused and broke.
Jimmy, you don't get it. Tariffs are a game changer. Canada has been robbing us blind for years. Maple syrup, hockey players, even their cold air. Not anymore, thanks to me.
Oh, you said Canada's taking advantage of us. What are they doing smuggling politeness and poutine across the border? Maybe they just don't want to buy your steaks, Don.
Kamala Harris? She's too busy making tofu rules to understand tariffs. Elon Musk gets it. He told me, sir, you're a genius. You're like the Einstein of economics, true story.
Let me get this straight. Tariffs are supposed to punish Canada, but instead they're punishing Americans. It's like you're grounding your neighbor's kids for eating your snacks. Genius plan.
You joke about trade wars, but everyone's thanking me. Farmers, workers, even cows, they're all coming up to me and saying, thank you, Mr. Trump, for saving America, believe me.
You're blaming Kamala Harris for your tariff fiasco. What's next? Blaming her for your spray tan malfunction? At some point, Donald, you've got to own something besides real estate and bad ideas.
Canada's been freeloading for decades. I told Justin Trudeau no more. We're done being your economic babysitter. He looked so shocked, probably missed yoga that day.
Tariffs are your solution to everything. What's next? A tariff on Canadians who apologize too much? Sorry, eh? That'll be 10% extra.
Jimmy, tariffs are like workouts. They hurt at first, but they make you stronger. Of course, you wouldn't know. You probably think lifting a sandwich is cardio.
Donald, you're building a wall of tariffs now? Great. Another invisible project that costs a fortune and makes everyone miserable. I can't wait for the ribbon-cutting ceremony on that one.
Blame Obama, blame Kamala. They created this mess and I'm cleaning it up. My tariffs are like spring cleaning for the economy, out with the old, in with the winning.
Elon Musk supports your trade plans? That's rich. He's probably hoping tariffs on Tesla competitors will help him sell cars on Mars. Meanwhile, Earth's economy is going down the tubes.
Elon Musk called me last night, said, sir, your tariffs are so good, they make Tesla look slow. I told him, Elon, you're doing great things too. Keep it up, tremendous guy.
You're using tariffs to win trade wars like someone trying to put out a fire with a gasoline bucket. The only thing you're heating up is the anger of Americans at checkout lines.
Jimmy, you laugh, but tariffs are working. Canada's already panicking. Justin Trudeau called me crying. He said, please, Mr. Trump, stop being so tough. True story.
Donald, you keep saying America first, but with your tariffs, it's starting to feel like America pays first, second, and forever what's next, a tariff on happiness.
You call it chaos, I call it strategy. Tariffs make countries respect us. They used to laugh at America. Now they're calling me to say, please, Mr. Trump, let's make a deal.
Let me guess, Donald, you'll blame Obama for the tariffs too, or maybe Justin Trudeau's haircut distracted you. I can't decide which excuse will be more ridiculous.
My tariffs are tremendous, Jimmy, tremendous. People love them. Farmers are winning, workers are winning, even Canada's winning. Well, they're crying, but it's a winning cry.
I hear tariffs are like a reality show twist no one wanted. Coming this season, higher prices and empty shelves. Spoiler alert, America gets voted off the island.
You make fun of my tariffs, but they're fixing everything. I just got a call from a store manager who said, Mr. Trump, your tariffs saved my shop. That's a fact.
Donald, your trade wars are a lot like your tweets, chaotic, unnecessary, and leaving everyone wondering why we're even here. The only winner is your ego.
Obama never had the guts to do what I'm doing. He was weak. I'm strong. And Elon Musk agrees. He said my tariffs are the greatest innovation since Tesla. Smart guy.
You keep saying tariffs will bring back jobs, but they're more likely to bring back bartering. What's next? Paying rent with beaver pelts.
Jimmy, tariffs are my secret weapon. Canada's economy is trembling right now. Justin Trudeau can't even focus on his hair gel. That's how powerful my policies are.
Canada's laughing at us, Donald. They're sitting up there with their health care and their universal syrup, watching us trip over our own tariffs like a bad sitcom.
I don't do small. My tariffs are big, bold, and brilliant. Even China's calling me now saying, please, Mr. Trump, stop winning so much. It's unbelievable.
Donald, you said tariffs would make America great. So far, all they've done is make my grocery bill look like the national debt. Can I bill you directly for that?
You laugh, Jimmy, but history will remember me as the